Go from there. Let this start. Okay. Are we on? Are we on? Are we on like Donkey Kong? What are we on? Are we on like Donkey Kong? Yeah, we're on like Donkey Kong. Hello, everyone. What an interesting, crazy few weekends we've had. One especially, uh, a 10x coin from here. Oh, I'm gonna give you a 10x coin. Oh, I'm gonna give you a 10x coin, my friend. I'm gonna give you a 10x coin. Just wait. Just wait. Hello, Miss Sawdust. Hello, everyone. Why is this not working though? That's my real question. Why is that not working? Please work. Why are you not working? I'll work. Hello. Right. Okay. Let's get into the swing of things. We'll look at what Bitcoin is doing, go through a few of the show. Got another 3,000 invested into Soul, but I'm waiting for the pullback in it. Good. I'm glad that you listened to me, my man. All right, let's move this to the right so you guys can see a bit better. Can everyone see everything? Everything all good? Everyone's seeing everything perfect? Yeah, all good. I would be careful with Lamar. I'm gonna give you a bit of an interesting time when to actually get into and what to be going on from there. Good evening, boys. Good evening, boys. Why is this not working? Anyway, whatever. One second. I want to check one thing. Why is that not? Why are you being weird, bruv? One second. Yeah, okay. What's that? Yeah, it's all good. All right, cool. Whatever. Hello, Philip. Hello, everyone. All right, okay, cool. Right, let's get into the swing of things. Right now, where we are with Bitcoin is in a very interesting place. Right, there's a lot of things going on at this present moment, and you know it's really strange. And I just want to say this: I was like analyzing these lines that I put in, and they're strangely accurate. I don't know why, but they're accurate as something else. Right. Look now where we are right now and what's going on. And remember what I said last week. I said that if Bitcoin holds above 116,300 ish, right, then the RSI will start to move up. That will be the RSI support area. It came, man, like on point is out of this world. It came, tapped it perfectly, and then exploded out, right? Right? It absolutely went nuclear. Now, what we have at this present moment and what's going on is, of course, after such a massive run, people are taking some level of profit. But where we are in the run, what's going to be happening next, and how things are going to be moving is going to be very, very interesting. The way that the market is going to move right now is that you need to be ready. You need to have all of your things soon. And I'm saying soon, like we're soon area. I want everyone to understand that these things can happen very, very quickly, like extremely quickly. I want everyone to really understand that you could be just left with a bag, like that level of extreme. But when it happens, when that rotation and what's going to be happening is going to be insane. Although the bears are very quiet right now. Have you seen any bears? I think, like, can you see them? I mean, I really looked, and I'm just like, even the bears are like not there. Where are they? Where are these elusive animals? David Attenborough. I'm in the Serengeti, but I'm not seeing any bears, only bulls. Where are all the bulls? Oh, good. Sorry. Crypto is dead. Bitcoin's going to 60K. Yeah, that's my favorite. Favorite of all things, right? Should we grab some alts before ETH runs? And I'm going to explain to you how this is going to work as well. How this runs, how the play works, what could be really interesting, why Lamar's soul is an interesting thing, and why that soul, right? Why that soul is going to make Solana based coins go nuts, right? It's going to make it go nuts. And I want everyone to understand this aspect, and we can go through all of that. Shut up. Rockford, please be quiet. Please be quiet. Let me just get through this show, all right? Don't make me laugh, all right? Now, let's look at some key factors on the graph. Look, where we are right now And if we look carefully on the weekly, because we have had a positive daily hold above the 16,000 level, this slingshot thing that I've been talking about, and when I say I'm weirdly accurate, like it's weirdly accurate, like weirdly accurate. Do you understand? It's like tapped out and broke out. Now, the breakout that we're waiting for, and this is where things go crazy if it happens. These are ifs, right? I need everyone to be careful, and we want everyone to understand that we're getting to areas where we have to be somewhat careful, a little bit, right? And I'll explain what that is. Not soon, just we're going to have to get to a stage where we're going to be careful. Now, what is happening right now is that when we are coming back and we got that bullish daily close above 116,000 and we broke up from there, tell us what the whale told you. Imagine, can you just wait? Like, yeah, whatever. Just tell me that so I can leave. Now, where was I before he rudely interrupted me? Yeah, so if this goes through and we hold this level over the day period, it moves over to the week. This weekly close is going to be unbelievably important, and I'm expecting something special by Friday. Because I will say this, and I'll say this very, very carefully. We have two very important prints coming in. Tomorrow being number one. In fact, tomorrow is the one that's the most important, right? We have an inflationary print coming in that if it comes in cooler, if this thing comes in cool, right, below expectations or within expectations, I am going to tell you, this is my prediction that I'm going to say, right? That will be the start of the bull run. I'm telling you now, that will be the tip of the iceberg where things will start to go absolutely insane. And I'm going to give you the levels on what to look for and what's going to happening. Now, what I will say on this, and this is really important to look as well. If we look on Bitcoin, we are gaining a bit of a CME gap here. Doesn't mean we're going to fill it because we're in a very, very bullish pattern at this present moment. There's been many cases where it hasn't been filled. You can see them in various places that it hasn't been filled. That's happened in that level. But we have to be somewhat cautious, and maybe do something on move this here. Always good to have. Always good to see. Let me just. Why is this not working? Is this too wide? That's what she said. And then, sorry, couldn't help myself. Sorry. Only two times CME didn't fill. Yeah, it's true. Look, there is a possibility it could happen, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. Remember, the CME gap was here, and it took all of how many days is this? We're looking at 23 days, a whole month before it fit it, right? So what this could, in my very, very well opinion, can go and hit the 20, 23, 24, tap this all-time high. I've got a feeling that we're going to be seeing all-time high by this weekend, but let's see what goes from there. This is going to be interesting. There could be a further come down and possibly touch this area, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on there. Keep an eye on this, right? All eyes, again, are on the S&P 500. This is extremely important, what's going to be happening here. But I will say this. I will say this to everyone that's here right now. 1 second. Where is this? I'll say this to everyone that's here right now. This right now here is an indication of where the S&P 500 is going, right? Inflation numbers are bad. Trump will fire someone again and print a better number. They're under the gun now. They're under the gun with the inflation number, right? Where we are right now, and this is super duper important. We didn't miss my announcement. That's going to come towards a bit later on. We are in a very key point. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 different periods in time since 1957, where we have had a bull run in a non-recessionary bull run in the S&P 500. And the numbers that it prints right now, we are more than 15% away from the lowest run in a period where there hasn't been a recession. So we have got a long way to go, a long way to go in the S&P 500 right now, because technically we're not in a recession and we're in a bull run. Rate cuts are coming, a whole bunch of things are coming that's going to bring in massive levels of liquidity. And there's another thing that's coming in, which I will talk about in a later video as the time goes forward, right? But understand that a massive levels of liquidity are coming, and this is only going to expand out according to previous data. Doesn't mean it repeats, but there is a level of rhyming that happens on those factors, right? But I will say this. If this continues to run, Bitcoin is going to hit all-time high and possibly break through it. That all-time high level of Bitcoin is extremely, extremely important. I feel that it's going to come and try and test this level here, most probably. And if it breaks through that, and if you look carefully here as well, look, I'll show you this as well so you guys can understand. If you look at the liquidation, oh my God, that was a picture. Trump freeze tariffs for 90 days. Yeah, I know. It's going to be like, all things are pointing towards this thing running like crazy, right? Rate cuts are showing as we speak. Yeah. So look, where we are right now in all of this stuff is that there is massive liquidity at 123. Massive. That liquidity there is huge. It's combined of all these three combined, right? That level there. We've come down and tapped and taken out this level here, right? There's no liquidations here. I think the expansion up here is a given. This expansion up here is a given. This is the situation that we're getting. That growth up there is going to be massive. And what's important is we're getting into something called rotation in bull runs, right? There is something called a rotation that happens before the alt season actually goes. And I want everyone to understand this. That's not what we want. We've all seen this graph. All of this, we've seen this. Everyone looks at this and tries to understand what's going on here, what's happening, and everyone's like, oh, it's linear. But it's not like that, right? People who tell you it's a linear move, right, have never been in the bull run. They've never been in the bull run. And the way it works is that Bitcoin pumps, then Ethereum pumps, but it doesn't go into large caps straight away. What happens is that there is a multi-rotation that happens. So Bitcoin will pump, then ETH will pump. Bitcoin will pump, ETH will pump. It will go back and forth until it gets to a point, right, where Bitcoin hits possible all-time highs, crazy levels of numbers. Ethereum possibly, if we look at ETH here, where's ETH? Ethereum possibly, in my estimation, I would say at least 5,000 to 6,000, right? If we do like a lazy measurement, super lazy measurement, let's do some lazy measurements. Yeah, give or take, right? Gets to something around these levels here, around 5 to 6. I know people are saying a lot higher. I said a lot higher. That could be a long way forward. When it gets to that, there will be a point where this starts to break down. This breakdown starts happening, and then you will see others start to really grow against Ethereum. You have to start now looking against others in the Ethereum chart. That point there is going to be wholeheartedly dependent on three things. Lamar, I'm getting to solve. Three things. Gold, USDT dominance, and Bitcoin dominance. These three here are unbelievably important, and you have to watch these three like a hawk. Like a hawk, I want everyone to really understand. I cannot emphasize enough how important these three are. I cannot emphasize enough, right? I'm telling you this now. We look at gold, right? Gold, I'm going to draw this. That gold breaking this level is massively bullish. Massively bullish, right? If it breaks above this channel, right, breaks up, we will see a pullback. But that pullback will then rotate back down. Either way, this thing is coming down. Either way, right? If this breaks down and breaks this level, we are in insane territory. Bitcoin and ETH are going to do some absolutely silly, stupid gains, stupid moves, right? Absolute stupid moves. You guys have no idea when this rotation happens what it's going to be like. We're talking about multi-billion-dollar coins that have insane amounts of TVL rotating into what is actually. If you want to see what I'm looking at, you could look at these funny things that are on the screen. If you check there, you'll be able to see what's going on. That massive rotation is going to be the start of what could be insane moves. And it all depends on the rotation between the gold going up or down, right? That's going to show levels of liquidity coming into the market. Now, where we are right now with USDT dominance, there are a few things that are extremely important, right? Extremely important. Right now, we tried to break out of that 410. I told you about that 410. I said it's going to be very important. It could show some level of resistance. More importantly, right underneath it, we have a multi-year, multi-bull run support line, right? Multi-year and multi-level support line. This support line is the first level of defense. That break there is going to be the first level of defense. I will also show you this as well, right? I'm going to lay down some mega alpha to you guys today, right? This is the first level of defense. Oh, why did I draw that wrong? I drew that wrong. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. First level of defense, right? I expect this thing to roll down. Most probably break this level, right? This is not... This trend line is important. Don't get me wrong. It's important. But what is more important is this 3.8% line. This 3.8% line, some say the precious metals and golds will go to 7. How is that going to impact? Later on, it'll go there. Later on, is it? If you want to see the Lamborghini level, that's the 3.8%. You can keep looking. You'll never find me. You'll never find me. You're never going to find me. Bring those sirens. No chance. Anyway, so... yeah, thinking of some low level. Alright. No, bro. How do I see this? You just go to one of these two here. All right. And now, what I was going to say. First line of defense is the 410. If we break that, we're going to be breaking this multi-year trend line. But again, as I said, horizontals are stronger than diagonals, right? Horizontals are the strongest, most important. You can laugh at your own jokes. I like it. That's how. Well, who else is gonna make me laugh? None of you guys are funny. Just throw insults. Basement in the sky. That's what I get. Right? Oh man, I like it. Crypt is exact time. What I'm gonna say is that if it breaks. Keep circling. Anyway, if it breaks down from here, then we will get the first initial move, in my opinion, where ETH starts going absolute nuts, right? But the line, I'll tell you this, right? I'm gonna say this to you, right? Pure Lamborghini. I don't want to explain this to you, and I just want to be clear. The move from here to here, could be the end. I like to be very straightforward. Even though this move from here to here will show stupid gains. But the move from here to here could definitely be the end of all of this, right? It could be. I like to give it, I like to give it straight so people can understand where the warning signs can be on all of this stuff. But, you know what I say to you guys? The law of 4. The law of 4 where the fourth attempt is usually the attempt that breaks through. You know what you mean? You understand? Do you know what I mean about that? The fourth attempt is where everything breaks through. What are we seeing on screen right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember when I showed that to you on ETH? Remember when I showed that to you in ETH? 1, 2, 3, 4 breakout. Remember that time? If, and I want this to, I cannot stress this enough, right? I cannot stress this enough. I want everyone to understand how much I'm stressing this. If this 3.8%, if this breaks, we are breaking one of the most multi-year strong trend lines. We are breaking something that hasn't been broken since 2019. That's why I'm being cautious. I'm being cautious, right? What I'm saying, I'm being cautious because it could just tap this and then it's over. It could be that. It could happen. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just trying to tell you how it is. But if it breaks, that's Lambo. I'm going to show you Lambo. This from here to here is Lambo. That's not how you spell Lambo. God. Lambo. That's Lambo area. I'm calling this Lambo area, right? this is this is Lambo area, right? Right here, between under 3.8% is Lambo area. And when I say dirty gains, right? Can you see how I'm emphasizing the dirty side is this bit here? Because that rotation, I'm gonna whisper it, right? I need to whisper this. Because if it breaks 3.8%, need a chopper, man. I'm in a bunker in the sky. If it breaks, I don't know what's going on. England's such a safe place. It's so safe. It's just like you know that the police are there always. Anyway, uh, if it breaks the 3.8%, we are in what I could only be described as I'm leaving this country territory. What could only be described as I need to be more tax efficient country, right? I mean, that was a long time ago, but now especially, right? That, don't want to say it, just being cautious. Everyone, whisper it. Lambo. all, all, all together now. Lambo. Or no. Volvo. This okay. All right. All right. This is Volvo. Volvo. Volvo is up here. Lambo is down. No offense to anyone that has Volvos. I actually really like Volvos, but you know what I mean. Anyway, Lambo. All right. That's where we are. We need to watch that carefully. That's super duper important. Watch this reaction. This reaction is this trend line is very strong. And this is why we have to be somewhat cautious. We have to be somewhat cautious. We have two levels of very strong resistance that we have that we need to break through, right? This is absolute oh my god territory. This is oh my god territory. This is 10x's, right? This is what I'm talking about 10x's level here. Whether we get there, who knows? Crypto is crazy. If you had to trade for a month with just one indicator out of which one would it be? EMA, RSI, VWAP. I like confluences, man. I don't trade with one. EMA RSI is what I would use. VWAP is okay. VWAP is good for multiple levels of confluence. I would add support, resistance, and all that kind of stuff. Now, what I'm going to say is this, right? That's that situation there. That's what it's going to be going down. That's the thing that you need to look at very, very carefully. If you look at Bitcoin dominance, this is also important. This is also really, really important. We are currently testing the bottom end of this trend line, this channel. I just want everyone to really understand. Like we are testing the bottom end of this channel. Am I late? Where are we talking? Oh, 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, we're in the bottom end of this channel. If this confirms, just oh, man, I want it to confirm so badly. If this confirms and rejects from this point, then we're in a very, very, very good point. We're in a very good place. Alright, can you come to Greece and have the best dialogue you can buy? Just stop, please. Just stop. The best thing we can buy is that reaction of there is going to be absolutely huge. It's going to be huge if that rejects from that point. We will see what happens. I will also say, look, if you draw the fibs across here, there is a possibility that this thing can come and tap the 50%. But when I said, when I usually said when it's a strong trend, and we've had this where are we here? When we've had this bearish bull flag, where we go there, this there we go, this bear flag that developed here and it's broken down, that breakdown is usually a very strong trend. And the level that I would say, and that's why it makes me cautious about this level down here, the 3.8 could be a very medium level top. I've just logged in, and the very first words I hear is bearish. We're okay. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. Don't worry about it. We're okay. The move that we're going to be seeing from here looks, actually, what am I talking about? Looks like around, no, what am I talking about here? Looks like around the 57 point. Anyway, 57 point where was I? Yeah, 57.73. This 57.73 area is going to be very, very, very important. 1 second. What is that sound? Anyway, yeah, it's going to be very, very important, that level there. So if it breaks down, this key level to look at is the 57.73. That's going to be really important on where we go from there. But everything right now is pointing towards further continuation down. Everything that I'm seeing is further continuation down, which is a good sign. I think all we need to do, ETH 5K this year, I could see that most definitely. All we need to do right now is wait and be careful that the only barrier, and I promise you, the only barrier left is tomorrow's print. Tomorrow's print is the only thing that's left. And I am positioning myself today, right? Today I'm positioning myself. Because if that comes in cooler, because look, I want to say this to you guys, and this is really, really important. This is really important, right? Any level, once we fully break the 60% and actually close a couple of candles below that, it's too late to buy. I want everyone to really understand that. It's too late to buy. Like confidently, I would say that once it starts breaking down here, you're going to be getting massive volatility. And if Bitcoin does this, where it slingshots off this and starts going up to these crazy 135 levels, because I'll tell you this, the liquidation levels are at 123. If it hits 123 and gets those and liquidates those shorts, then there's going to be over $100 million worth of buys. That will send this all the way up to 135. This is it. This is it. This is the thing that I want everyone to understand. Position is everything. Again, combination. Down good, up not so good, right? When there's a rate cut, this can go up. Doesn't matter. Everything's going to go up, right? Break down from 4.10, breaking this trend line, close to Lambo. We get the wheel of the Lambo. What is going on? We get the wheel of the Lambo. If it breaks 3.8, I'm buying you all Lambos. Forget that. I'm buying everyone Lambo. Lambo for everyone. That's where I'm gonna be, right? Everyone's getting Lambo. Lambo, you want Lambo? I give you Lambo. Right? Just say, everyone Lambo time, right? That's what I'm gonna talk about that side, right? That's that situation right now. We look at total 3. Total 3 right now looks so ready to go. It's not even a joke. It looks so ready to go. I don't want to talk too much about this. I don't want to jinx it. So I'm just, are you at the basement? No, I'm in the basement in the sky. Basement in the sky with something. I only want a BMW. No, Lambo for everyone. The US dollar doesn't matter too much. It right now in this position, this could start creeping up. It doesn't matter because there's the stable coins are coming in, and that will cause a demand in some form for stable coins. I'm also going to tell you something If you want to hear mega alpha right now, I'm going to tell you some alpha today, right? I'm going to give you two pieces of alpha. First alpha, and then the second alpha, which if I were you guys, I would highly prepare your Solana. That's all I'm going to say, right? Highly prepare it, because things are going to go crazy when I show it to you, right? Where are we right now? Let me show you this. This is going to take a nosedive. This is going to take a nosedive. And I want everyone to understand why. We have the stablecoin bill. The stablecoin bill that's going to come into fruition and slowly start to come into power, right? They're going to start going everywhere. Everyone's going to have it. A whole bunch of companies are going to have it. Part of the reason and the fundamental rule about stable coins is that it has to be backed with the dollar. What is the best way to back something with the dollar? Does anyone know what that actually means? Hello, Rez. How are you doing, my friend? Have you been able to still following everything? Thank you so much, Walter. US Treasuries. US Treasuries. It's not a coincidence that USDT is one of the largest holder of US Treasuries. What do you think is going to happen when everyone of anything, of every company, of every bank, and any single person that you could possibly imagine is going to be working with stable coins? What do you think is going to happen to this? It's going to go into a nosedive. And the markets are going to go to the moon. You have 3 levels of liquidity injection coming in. Stable coins, US Treasuries tanking, going disappearing to nothing, right? Money markets, when rate cuts happen, finding a new home, right? And rate cuts. 3 of the most highly liquid events you could possibly imagine. These are all coming. Just say that to you, right? Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. USDT or Bitcoin, it's still going. It still looks super duper healthy. This looks like there's further continuation up. This is going to be. I would start looking for worrying levels around this level here. There, that would be my worry. That's crazy. It looks a bit crazy. Yeah, about there. That looks a bit crazy, but I think that's where ETH is going to be going. What stock or crypto? Everything. Everything. It's going to be good. Everything. Let's look at others. I talked about others. Total market cap looks good. Breakout confirmation of the Wyckoff. Absolutely perfect. This is going to if we can hold the 3.92. Oh man, if we can hold the 3.92, that looks very, very bullish, and I think this is going to be going again. Absolute accumulation, manipulation, deviation, distribution. Sorry, distribution. Perfect law of 3. Perfect breakout of total market cap. And the one that I want to show you, I'm going to show you something here. If you look at ETH looks like there's further continuation up as well. There will be a point, the way that it settles in this bundle here is usually the area where this thing breaks out aggressively from that point on from there. We look at others. What's really important about others, and I want everyone to understand this, right? Technically, we've produced a higher high. Technically. Nobody's talking about that. No one talks about that. No one talks about what I do. They wait for me and then they copy it and then go bull flag and they have like 500 people in their live. It's hilarious. Anyway, whatever. So we're getting higher lows, higher highs. This looks like continuation. This looks good. This looks fantastic. Now, we're getting to some interesting things. We're getting to some very, very interesting things. You guys feel like interesting things? Also, one more thing. Uptick on exchanges is a very, very good sign. That's a very, 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 very good sign, right? Who wants to start hearing some interesting things, right? Lamar is gonna like it first, and then it's gonna continue on to something. I'm gonna read something out, and I want everyone to really, really hear what I'm going to say. I'm gonna read something out, Then I'm going to tell you who is that person that has written this thing, right? So I'm going to read something. You're going to absorb it first because everyone's going to go, what did you just read? Right? And then I'm going to show you who wrote that. Right? I want everyone to really understand this, right? I'm just saying, just get ready. Right? Just get ready. Just get ready. Get ready. All right? Get ready. Now, if you look at Solana, Solana is being a bit quiet, right? It's just being a bit meh. Nothing fantastic's going on. Everyone's like, oh, ETH, 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 ETH. But you need to look at the pair of Solana to ETH, right? You need to look at that. And that is coming to a very interesting point. This level here, when you do Sol ETH, this level here is party time for Solana. And it's going to be party time for Solana chain coins. Right? These Solana chain coins are going to be doing stupid things, right? Because it's about time that this thing starts to move. And when this moves, everything on Solana is going to go nuclear, right? Gonna go nuclear. Remember what happened with ETH coins? Remember that. Remember what happened with those ETH coins. Now, no, 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 no. I'm kind of like a bit anxious to show this to you. I'm kind of a bit anxious to show this to you. Let's get to something. Let's get to something. Let's get to something. I received I got hold of something, right? And it's an internal document. More importantly, an internal email. An internal email that was sent between a gentleman, let's say a specific group, a gentleman named Massa, and a lady named Anna. And if you want to know who Massa is, I'm going to show you. I gave you guys a hint, right? Remember this photo I showed you? He's a very, very good friend of mine. A really, really good friend of mine. And he is what some people say a fountain of knowledge. It's a fountain of knowledge in one particular area. One very, very particular area. He's very good at knowing something very, very, very important. And if you guys want to know what that is, let me show you his LinkedIn. Are you guys seeing this LinkedIn? Is everyone absorbing who this guy is? Anyone? Is anyone settling in who Martin Massa is? He's the head of growth at Ton. He's one of the top 4 in Ton. I mean, Ton the chain, the over $1 billion chain, one of the biggest TVLs in the whole of cryptocurrency that have ungodly amounts of money. You know, that's that guy. If you want to see who it is here, right? This guy, Martin Massa. He's a big cheese, a very, very big cheese, right? Doesn't get bigger than this guy, apart from where the email is coming from. Now, you guys ready? You guys ready for the document? I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm going to read this to you guys, right? All right. Let me read this to you guys. TVL expansion strategy, phase 2 acquisition pipeline. It's from, I can't say who it's from, to Massa at, you know where it is, to Anna, who is the, I can't even say who that is, and to Dev Growth and Advisory. Team. Phase 1 of the TVL expansion strategy concluded ahead of schedule with the successful deployment of the Telegram wallet across the US key markets. As of this week, we are tracking 240% increases in daily wallet and aggregate TVL exceeding $1.5 billion, surpassing internal forecasts for Q2. You know, when I said to you that Ton is going to be doing a massive expansion, yeah, this is from the meeting that I had. But at that meeting, we had another conversation. That other conversation was phase 2. We are entering phase 2. Target project onboarding and cross-chain acquisitions. This phase prioritizes acquisition or blank Department of High Engagement Web3 projects across 4 verticals: AI, Deepin, RWA, and memes. The objective is to absorb net new liquidity, increasing on-chain activity, and further consolidate Ton's position as the native Web3 layer within ecosystem. Please note, certain partner names and operation details remain blank or compliance reasons. Phase through preliminary target list. The full list of projects under consideration has been documented separately. Please refer to the attached project memos for complete details, supporting analysis, and current status. Here are a sample of the projects that are going to be included in this acquisition. Project memo. AI candidates. Autolas, blank, 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 Giga, GPT. Project memo. Deepin candidates. Blank, 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 Weather XM, blank. Project memo. RWA candidates. Blank, 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 tangible, centrifuge, blank, blank, black.fi. Project memo. Meme verticals. Fat cat. Blank, 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 cat. Just gonna make this a bit larger so you guys can understand what it is that you guys are seeing. This is an internal document. I'm not even finished yet. This is an internal document directed, and I'm just going to say it, from the head of the Ton Foundation to Martin Massa in the acquisition of verticals that are going to be brought into Ton. And that is going to be over 150 projects. It says fact because I asked him to say it. Because I asked him. That's the one thing I asked him to do. Next step. Massa. Instruct your team to begin informal outreach to selected projects using mutual connections and blank, blank, blank groups. Focus should be on assessing compatibility with Telegram and native distribution models, engaging interest in dual deployment or migration to Ton. Massa. Your department should also begin drafting preliminary integration scopes for candidate projects, particularly those that may require custom wallet flows, Telegram-based UX. All insights and deliverables should be consolidated by date EOS in preparation for the internal alignment meeting. Just gonna let that. Just gonna let that sit there for a while. Is that is that bullish enough? I don't know. I mean, uh, so when you see projects, when you see, when, when you see projects that talk about, I'm just gonna so I can just leave it here so you guys can see the this here. When you talk about projects, uh, when you talk about projects, people talk about things that are whatever. But I will say this. I will say this. There isn't a project that has this. Name one. I'm waiting. Name one. One. I just I mean I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. It's literally at the are you not entertained level of insanity right now. Yeah, so that is what I wanted to show you guys. So all of you guys, and so everyone really understand this as well. This is going to be plastered everywhere, and I mean everywhere, everywhere. It to insanity levels of everywhere. All right. Anyway, cool. Well, there we go. Apart from that small little thing, anything else you guys want to? Is anyone else? Anyone else? No. Anyone else? It's a small thing, right? Okay, cool. Well, that's it. So, that's that little bit of small bit of information. Uh, Gold will not be tariffed. Fantastic. Thank you. I mean, yeah, that there's no that thing was absolutely ridiculous. Wild green candles. I'm sure got in late. What's the info? I would watch the video, man. I just read out an internal email between the Ton Foundation and Massa, who is the head of growth in Ton, stating the next stage where they're going to be onboarding projects where Fat Cat's name's on there. Can you explain this a little more what that means for Fat Cat? It means they're going to start the process of onboarding Fat Cat. I don't know what else to. I mean, I literally. I don't know. I don't know. I'm literally just. I don't know what else to say. I missed that. I missed part of it. What was that mean? I mean, and what do you want from me? I don't know what you want. when when people look at 100x gains, there we go. But anyway, that's the situation, right? So that's where we are right now. I mean, I'm just letting everyone let that sink in for a little bit, but that's where we are right now. At this present moment, we're in a thanks, man. I'm gonna get a Land Cruiser, of course. That's where we are right now, and we are. It's not a coincidence that this thing happens at the very beginning of ultimately call what we would ultimately call an alt run, right? Because this level of information, a project of this size, and what's happening and what's going on, and what's going to be the deliverables that are going to be happening, what's going to be growing, all of that stuff, all of it is gonna come into a point where liquidity is at its absolute highest. Any questions? Levi alone, he's got a beautiful wife. Who? What do you think about tomorrow's news? We'll see. Uh, uh, can you make a tutorial on how to start with Fed? I don't even have a wallet access to the. It's here. Like, simple, super simple. Where are we? Where did I go? Where did that? I don't know where that went. I'll show you. Super simple. Just go here. I can't talk about it. You know what I mean? Because it's not allowed me to. Just go here. That's the address. Simple. Okay. Let's get back to various things after I've dropped that small little bombshell on everyone. What do you think about Lido? No idea what Lido is. Will you be able to burn the biggest what? It's well, it's it the that is the liquidity pool. At this current moment, it's Fat Cat is at over 200,000. What's it called? 200,000 volume, and its liquidity pool is over 350,000. That there is there to support the graph. The funny thing is, it's like it's 9 months old, and people still ask the same question. If you want, yeah, sure, whatever. If you want, sure, whatever you want to understand. If that's what you want, go for it. Let's do it. Let's do it. What about this? Where are we right now? TVL of what? TVL of what? Look at Fat Cat chat. Yeah, it's a nice little. I mean, it's up. I mean, like it's up to you guys. Like genuinely, it's completely up to you. I'm not gonna be stating anything on that level. It's well completely up to you guys. That's the thing I'm going to say. You want those moves. That's the thing that you need to do. That's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's the thing that I want to explain to you, and what's going to be happening, and what's really really important. The changes the ton. Dewey holders have to do something. This is the thing. What will happen is they're creating a new adapt where you'll be able to get a 1-for-1 changeover. You'll have a 1-for-1 changeover, and they will be onboarding onto the project. So this thing will go absolutely wild, man. I don't want to say anything. I don't. This is the thing I don't want to talk about it. But that's the situation I want everyone to really get. Okay, thanks. That's it, man. And the thing is, the moment this hits that, Solana is gonna go to the moon. Uh, that happened to someone. Is he still? Who? What? That wig was an accident someone had. I don't want to even get into it. It was something silly, but then it was brought up instantaneously. Get back up or add to your bags when you can be patient. You won't be disappointed. There we go. Anyway, look, guys. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I need to now get going and provide this to the marketing push that we're going to be doing tomorrow. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. There's a whole bunch of stuff to do, and we can go from there. Do you think Ada has room to grow for me? Yes. Yeah. Oh yes. A lot of things here are gonna grow like crazy. That's for sure. That's my humble opinion. Anyway, look, I'll catch you guys later. I gave you an indication on the chart. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you look at what's going on. Make sure you see what's happening. I mean, I've given you something that's absolute world class movements, and that's it. That's where we are. That's all we can do and all we can talk about. There we go. End game. End game. There we go. You guys want end game? That's end game. Okay, cool. Look, guys, I'll catch you guys later, and we'll see where it goes from there. Bye. Catch you. See you later.